What's up, Army? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
Super Tuna.
I'm Curtis.
You know the vibes. I seen the picture. I seen the thumbnail. Y'all know why y'all here. Jin Mom. Wanted to say something slick, but I'm not.
Oh, Mom.
I was going to say, nigga, where your mom? Good times, man. Hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys jump on the Patreon. No long talk. Let's jump right into this. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
What's up, Gene?
Clean up on aisle 3. I feel bad that I called this shit.
Oh, that was going to be like a piano, but...
처음 당신을 만났죠. 만나자마자 울었죠. 기뻐서 그랬는지 슬퍼서 그랬는지 기억도 나지 않네요. 드릴 것이 없었기에 그저 받기만 했죠.
That's not a good feeling.
괴로워도 그땐 고마움을 몰랐죠. 아무것도 모르고 살아왔네요. 엄마 이름만 불러도 왜 이렇게 가슴이 아프죠. 모든 걸 주고 더 주지 못해 아쉬워하는 당신께 무엇을 드려야 할지. 엄마 나의 어머니 왜 이렇게 눈물이 나죠. 가장 소중한 누구보다 아름다운 당신은 나의 어머니. 처음 당신의 모습을 기억할 순 없지만 마지막 모습은 죽는 날까지 기억하겠죠. 내 모든 맘 다해 사랑합니다. 엄마 이름만 불러도 왜 이렇게 가슴이 아프죠. 모든 걸 주고 더 주지 못해 아쉬워하는 당신께 난 무엇을 드려야 할지. 엄마 나의 어머니 왜 이렇게 눈물이 나죠. 가장 소중한 누구보다 아름다운 당신은 나의 어머니.
It sounds like a song playing like a video in Final Fantasy or Nier Automata.
Mm-hmm. Now what you mean. Oh, ma!
Meatloaf, ma.
So, oh, ma! You funny, the meatloaf, ma.
What up? Change this shit up.
Nah, that was a clean joke. This shit feels like you said that. I don't know why I got like somebody was having a conversation in the SK drama and they like at a bar type joint midday, like brunch or something. And somebody's just like kind of going off.
Reminiscing about mom.
Yeah, we're a nightclub and the one boy singing while the other boy killing the piano.
It definitely sounds like an OST now I think about it.
Yeah.
Very musical kind of aspects of that.
Well, I mean, we don't know what the original track was for. It might be your OSC.
I didn't.
'Cause this is a remake.
Because I assumed it's on like SoundCloud or some shit. Like, where is this?
Yeah, I'm assuming most of the covers are probably going to be the SoundCloud, YouTube, or anything. I know how hard it is.
Somebody sent us a link as a cover.
Yeah, this is the cover.
A lot of these going to be like covers. This is very much, and I hate wording things like this. This is very much like a Jin track. Just kind of like.
The fuck does that mean?
Well, allow me to elaborate. There's major chords going on here to, kind of indicate a somber, a feeling of introspection, strong emotive type of quality.
So he
to
can
the
only
song.
do like depressive and introspective songs? Is that what you're trying to say?
I
Like
mean, nigga, if
somber
you feel
shit?
depressed when you hear the shit, then when you hear a piano, then
It's
that's
funny
you.
because Super Tuna is always the total juxtapose of anything that's just a Jin song.
But I think, like I said, I think those chords are beautiful. Those are actually some of my favorite chords, kind of reminiscent of Jam and Lewis kind of chords. Definitely gave a little bit of tender love at the beginning.
Tenor love.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You did that.
Don't
But no,
encourage
this is very heartfelt nonetheless. I actually wish this was see, this is the type of song where I would have been like, okay, nah, boy, him, this and everything like that. I would have kind of been like, yo, boy, he got something there and stuff like that. Nonetheless, it's still great to hear it now. Like I said, the lyrics are very heartfelt. It just seems like someone who kind of just, for lack of a better term, just writing a love letter to their mom.
It's like the super ballad version of "Hey Mama."
Or Dear Mama.
It's a God tier track.
We don't compare. So I know what you said. But no, yeah, though this, I think a lot of people usually end up having mom songs. A lot of
Hope has
artists.
one too, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what we was.
Hey,
That's what.
mama.
That was, yeah, that's what we was talking about. But no, like I said, this definitely feels like a love letter to one's mom and everything like that. Just thankful for what they've done for them and kind of remorseful for whatever they put them through at times and stuff. I feel like we all put our moms through stuff, whether it happens.
She put me through
I was
shit.
just about. Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You think one chair getting thrown in? Shut a nigga up.
Hard for this.
Hey, I don't know. I'm with Nick in this boat. Like I mean, you could kind of throw my mom to the wolves.
Let us know if y'all just slammed your door and said, "Get out my fucking room, Mom."
Oh my God.
Get out of my room,
Get out my
Samantha.
room, Samantha.
Fucking shoot you.
Not along with you though, like 1,000%. My thing is that like this is a.
No, nigga, you on your own.
I'm talking about the track.
Oh, okay. You with who?
Nah, like
Like,
the,
Mama, I'm not with these people.
Nah, like the track, the production on here is amazing. It felt like Bull was in the booth with him, like letting the piano go
Probably
off.
was Youngie and shit.
If I shook just next to him, and shit just
Yeah.
hold on. Might have been Suge.
That's what I'm saying.
You might need to check.
Yeah.
Yeah, Suge was on his first love and just. But nah, like the production on it was beautiful. His voice is amazing. He just has like such a beautiful voice for these ballads and like just that. This is what I would think a K ballad sounds like. He just has like the perfect voice. He has that classic voice too, where like you can put this in a museum and play this like 30 years from now and just like this was a time when we still were streaming. Now we do something else.
Now we just teleport the
Now we
artist.
teleport. We beam the music into your head.
We teleport the artist directly in front of us, and they just sing it.
You better stop. It's executive like.
You're gonna be somewhere on the shitter, like, God damn it!
We already
Now?
had that conversation about people giving their likeness to the dog. Like, so imagine with the music.
With the shot with like an apron, like he was in the middle of making dinner or something.
Like, what do you want to hear?
With that being said,
I've got you for 2 hours, so everything in the catalog, all your lines.
Like, you're gonna burn my shit.
with that being
You're
said,
gonna burn my super tuna.
I guess obviously maybe it's easier to switch up what you're doing when you're a rapper versus a singer, and I guess you can argue that. But what I was gonna say was the transition that RM had from RM to Mono, and the same transition that Hope had from Hope World to Jack in the Box. I think like says a lot about like your artistry. We kind of already know how talented each member of BTS is. My thing with Jin is I do want to see his voice applied in other applications when it's just him.
I'd say I want some more dynamic songs from him. Like I
Told
said,
you,
I know
strip club
what he
music.
could do with a ballad. Just some more dynamic songs would be pretty interesting. Like just kind of more rhythm. Like this has no rhythm section. It's literally just the piano in his voice, which is beautiful. But I'm just
It's
saying, like,
still
songs.
definitely heavy in the ballad side. Step away from that.
Yeah, I would. That's the only thing I would be like,
Trying to hear R&B
what I
joint.
want to see.
Yeah, but see, that's where
Contemporary
I
artists.
won't say argue, but this is where I would kind of point to the other side. I think it would be easier as a rapper to kind of switch styles as opposed to an R&B or a singer, because a rapper.
So you think it'd be easier for the rapper?
Because
Yeah,
well,
I do too. Or you think it'd be easier for the singer?
I'd be easier for the singer. Excuse me.
Okay.
Sorry, it'd be easier for the singer as opposed to the rapper, because the rapper, you're supposed to write everything that you say. Supposed to. Supposed to. And so it's kind of hard to break out of what you have always created for yourself as to be in the niche. But as a singer, you kind of just hand in music and here, sing this. So like, and sometimes, like we talked about all the time, singers are less reliant to be writers. Just here, this is the song, sing it. You know what I mean? Whatever.
It's a hit factory.
Right. Whereas, a rapper, they give you a beat and you got to fabricate everything else after that. Sometimes you even fabricate the beat. So I just think it would be more difficult as a rapper, but I think it's possible.
Yeah, I can definitely see the argument being like for both sides. Just especially depending on what you do. If you're a writer, if you're not a writer, and what type of rapper you are. Do you have singing skills to be melodic? Because if you don't, then you might be boxed in kind of already from there.
Are you a lifestyle rapper? Are you an MC? Are you
Are you a poet?
Are you a presence type of rapper? Are
you conscious?
But I think
of rapper
to some degree, all rappers can be that. It depends on how much they want to lean into what their quote unquote their niche is, or what their persona is.
Like yourself.
Like, you know what I mean? If I'm Ice Cube in the late 80s and 90s, I'm not doing like, you know what I mean, love hip hop. Like that's you'll never get an I Need Love out of me.
I don't even think Ice Cube got one of them.
Right, in his whole repertoire ever. You know what I mean? So
we be clever. Good times.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? It's just like you got to kind of play to that. It's almost like you have to kind of play to your stereotype your entire career, unless you just put yourself in a position where you can do whatever you want. Like it was so perfect example, and this is the genius of it. So, as a down south rapper, you kind of put into a niche, but the first thing 3 Stacks did when he got a chance to do a solo album was do everything. Mm-hmm. So you can't put me in a pen in a box. You can't paint me in a corner, because I'm literally telling you this is me and I'm doing everything.
And he already served you up different styles on the previous album, the Outkast album. So
But your example went right to a prolific icon who a lot of people can't emulate that. So my thing with Jin is
man
that
is currently running around playing flutes in random cities.
Yeah,
like a Pied Piper.
Yeah,
my thing with Jin is we've kind of heard his we've heard that octave. We've heard like him kind of in any register and BTS. We've BPMs. We've heard head, chest, chest voice, head voice. Like you just said, it felt like he's fucking shooting out a cannon sometimes when he's like singing. So we know all the tools are there. I just want to see how the tools are applied. Almost the same conversation we be having with JK. I just want to keep the same energy with all of them to hear how everyone's solo work is gonna sound and everything.
Who would be his equivalent?
Is in the K world?
His Western equivalent. Because like I hear him and I hear the power.
Somebody that pulls from their.
I hear RL, like the power, like you know what I mean, the octave. But I don't know if RL can fit into a. I know he can do things like Wifey, which is kind of upbeat, but it's still the tone of it is not.
You know what? You actually
we heard him do upbeat stuff.
You're right.
With BTS.
That's actually a perfect comparison, because RL is one of those, he'll go straight from like to like high, like strong,
and he's a power
high
singer.
Yeah, it's like the technicality ain't necessarily there, but like the raw kind of energy and just where I'm going from this to this kind of thing like that. So yeah, that's a appropriate comparison rather. So
yeah, but that's my spill. That's where I'm pretty much at with it. I just I know tonight we have like kind of like a lot of covers and stuff, so I'm assuming it's gonna be kind of more of this. But I'm gonna just kind of always want to push the artists in uncomfortable directions just to kind of see what happens.
I want to hear him do Broken Wings.
You know that's my favorite 80s song.
Yo, nigga, I don't care if I'm supposed to assassinate the governor. I am staying in the car on GTA until that song goes off.
GTA be having too many of the songs you don't want to get out the car.
Like,
come on.
I know I'm on a time limit, but
do this mission.
It only takes me like 3 minutes.
I would love to hear V cover "Everybody Wants to Rule the World." I think he got that bass, the baritone for it.
I think you can do it.
Yeah, V do Tainted Love.
I would like to hear him do a lot of Tears for Fears. Head Over Heels will be dope too.
Every Step You Take, he got the baritone for that too. But this ain't about bro. I'll wait till December 30th to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Jin is very much a capable tenor, raw power singer. Some people don't necessarily like raw powers, but that's usually like sticklers and shit like that. But even with that, they're still in church. There's still a lot of church singers that sing like that, even with them choir directors being sticklers and shit like that. So,
and another thing too, if Jin wants to just do ballads, and that's cool too, I'll shut the fuck up. Because sometimes artists might be totally fine where they're at too and shit like that. So if that's the case too, let me know in the comments.
Do Army like what I do? Do you get paid? Well, tell them I said have a coke and a smile. Shut the fuck up. You orange wearing motherfuckers.
Yeah, nah, because sometimes too, Redeemer Army. I had to take it off. Like
It's a decent color.
Said who? Nah, because sometimes Army will drop Jones in the comments and be like, "Here go an interview." Actually, he do want to do more shit. But if he don't, that's cool too and shit. Because if you're at God tier with what you do, you don't have to do nothing extra. I just think it helps with your artist, with your argument as far as you being like an all around artist versus just being like a strong singer.
Yeah, some like you said, some people don't care about that.
Yeah. I don't gotta turn my tempo up. I'll sing the fuck out you right now, just like
right. That's the thing for not necessarily, not even Army, not even like just musical or people who are a fan of a type of thing. Period. Like we talk about. For example, we talk about The Rock all the time, acting like The Rock. Like all he does is act like The Rock in different costumes and different outfits. But does it fucking work? Doesn't work? Does it work?
Y'all not
Absolutely,
no
it works.
Fast 12.
Does he? Yeah, well, we weren't getting him anyway.
We were going to Axel's elbow.
But you know what I mean. So the same sort of thought process. If it works for you and that is getting you paid and it's getting you what you needed to go and you're getting notoriety for doing it, you don't necessarily have to step out of your lane. We would like to see you as students of the art, but it's not necessarily something that you have to do. You don't have to appease us.
Yeah, I just think sometimes, and like I said, I hate when I'm giving a general statement and it's not really towards redeemers. People would.
That
people
sounds like it's towards
almost
redeemers.
Nah, it's to like assholes. Okay. People will weaponize something that's coming from a place of love instead of just seeing that as
or
it
a
just
place
being
of objectivity. In my case,
well, yeah. Just with, I told y'all, if we didn't give a fuck about none of BTS, it'd be a situation where it'd be like, oh yeah, this was cool. All right,
like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. But we actually love them and shit. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. The love I have for you, I want more people to love you, and I want to see you grow in your craft. So are you, do you want to do more? And if you don't want to do more, like I said, I'll shut the fuck up. But people be acting like it's an issue for you wanting to see your artists grow.
It is.
Yeah.
Because we wasn't in the trenches on Twitter. So somebody told me, they said we wasn't in the trenches. I'm like, bro, Twitter is not a real place.
That's
I
right.
get it, but it's not a real place. But you know what? I probably didn't offend somebody. Kurt, what's up?
Well, just to kind of, share my thoughts on a little bit of what you were saying as far as, with him having, a really strong tenor voice and everything like that, as far as him, kind of articulating, more so ballads perhaps. And as far as, if you're trying to see like stuff outside of it, and I'm not going to necessarily play devil's advocate and say like things like Supertuner or anything like that. I'm just saying, I guess that like, I know it's kind of the idea of wanting to see something different, or perhaps like how would, because it doesn't even have to be like, I want you to do something different. It could be more like a curiosity, like how would so-and-so sound in, this kind of box or anything like that. But basically the point I was going to make on top of that was, with him being like so kind of goofy and fun-loving and just like really eccentric when he's outside of recording music, when he's just with the group as we've seen, maybe this is that other side for him. You know what I mean? Because personality-wise, if you are, you know, really goofy, eccentric, happy, upbeat, maybe ballads are kind of that escape, like art-wise, for you, to where that feels like true in your wheelhouse as far as, you know, your octave levels and everything like that. But just like that really might be like the place that's like, I don't want to say the safest, but just the most like, you know, because you got to be in a certain place to kind of make music, even if it's just covers. So maybe this is like that other side, I guess, so to speak. But
yeah, Kurt, that's why I like my original, like one of my first comments was, if that is true, and the ballads are like totally different of what like your personality is,
yeah.
and Super Tuna is more of your personality. That's why I said I want something that's a little bit more in between.
No, yeah, I get
for
you.
my curiosity.
No, I get you.
Super Mom.
But as far as like the
Mom
actual,
Tuna.
as far as the actual track itself, for one, I don't know any of the original or what the arrangements were or what was changed or anything like that. All I will say is I do enjoy the track. I enjoy his voice on the track, the breathiness of it. I like the lyrics. It was kind of you're kind of towing the line between is this a happy thing or is this a sad thing? Ultimately, seemingly after losing her, like I'm assuming like some kind of death or something like that, to where it's like, am I happy? Should I be happy to have had these moments with you, or should I be sad that there's no longer kind of those moments? And the progression of the piano actually mimics that. It's somber in the beginning, but it gets real jazzy and upbeat as the progressions go along. So I thought that was a really nice touch from only using one instrument in the sample of everything to kind of progress to that level, to kind of have it more reflective and somber in the beginning, and then a little bit more upbeat where it seems like you kind of get to a place where you're more so appreciative of the moment, and kind of it felt like there was like a healing process in there. But honestly, the lyric that stood out to me most was in the middle where it said, the first image of me can't remember you, because you were a baby, you have no memory, but the last image of you I won't forget. Seemingly if they had been, you know, declining health or anything like that, where it's like kind of scarred or burned in your mind. Nonetheless, I really like the poetry of that, whether Jin had wrote it or not, because it was a cover, of course. I do really like the lyricism in that, and I think Jin's voice did cover it beautifully.
Yeah.
This is a cover for what was my name? Rod D. This cover is 7 years old too.
You said who?
Rod D. Right. I wonder what made him pick it. Same way we talk about with JK, where obviously we all got covers that we want like people to do because we fuck with the song and we got curiosity to kind of hear what's going on. I wonder if this cover was really just a love letter to like his mom, if it resonated with him, and like that's why he chose it.
I just like the song.
Yeah,
Because I mean, like, let's be honest. We all, not that all of us are signed, but like we'll walk around the office or sing a song just because we really like it, or you know, we know that our voice, like for what we think we could do, you know, it fits well with our voice.
With our song.
You know what I mean? So like, maybe this is just one of those situations, or you know what I mean, it's like, hey, I need to get something out. Just want to do something. I had this on my heart, on my chest, and just wanted to kind of just put it on wax, see how it sounds. You know, who knows?
Yeah, I'm good. You good?
Also, shout out to Army, because we've been through a lot with them the past year and some change. I want y'all to never ever think we don't love these guys, or that we don't love y'all actually too. More so with y'all in this point, because people are starting to use our clips and manipulate them for bad purposes and everything like that.
Really?
Yeah.
You on there?
Yeah, me and you.
I bet.
For one. And they like, so I don't, like I said, don't ever think we don't love BTS or that we don't love and appreciate you. Yes, we can be objective. Speaking for myself, I can be objective, and it may come off as flippant or, you know, just kind of like saying shit and not knowing shit, even though I kind of like do research on what I say and stuff like that. But any stuff like that, don't ever think we're on that type of time. Like I said, you guys give us a lot of purpose. You guys are like the highlight of our weekend, sometimes of our week, because I'm looking forward to the drops as if I'm not even in them, you know, ready to watch and engage with you guys. So don't ever fall trapped to that bullshit. We are really rocking, and even though I just made the trenches joke like 3-5 minutes ago or whatever like that, like I said, we big Bora Hey up here, as y'all can see, and it's more to come. The best is yet to come. So
No, that's real shit. And I think a lot of people that do the hate don't even really be just kind of redeemers.
Yeah,
and if they are redeemers, it'd be people that I don't want to say been hating since day one, but some people just kind of I don't want to say waiting for your downfall. People that's just like hating and shit. People that been here since day one already know like the love we have for them and everything. We gonna continue to love them. We gonna love them our way, which is being honest and respectful when it comes to them as people and their music. So either fuck with us or keep that shit moving. But real redeemers, you already know where the love is
If
at.
you keep it moving the
So like we always hear the comments, oh, Real Army wouldn't do that, Real Army wouldn't do that. And so that's what I'm going to take. I don't expect Real Army to do anything like that, to manipulate anything to kind of make it what it is. And I mean, even if you're not Real Army, you're definitely in a real redeemer, because those who have been here since day one, they know how we are at this point. They know when we joking. They know when
you
we
like
serious.
it here, just say that.
You know what I mean? Like, if you don't want to be here, then that's fine. The door is always open for you to come in and for you to walk out. That's perfectly fine. Like, we don't mince words. We don't try to make anyone love us. We are who we are. We do what we do. We say what we say, and we feel how we feel. It's really no more to it than that.
Don't let me find your IP address. I am evil. I am a vengeful.
yeah.
I am
I mean,
a vengeful spirit.
I was about to say it's vengeful God. That might be a heavy-handed line. But no, all in all, I thought, all in all, we can't control people on what they think. Those who know us, who have been here since the beginning, they catch the vibe. They know what it is. And I mean, really, all we can do is be faithful to them and how we are and how we act. So.
Oh, and one last thing, because shout out to Kenny B, because she the one that hit me to that and put me deep with that with that shit that was going on and everything like that. Gave a real heartfelt message. She's been rocking with us since last year and everything like that. So shout out to you, gal.
Do you have like the link?
You have the link.
I'd like to see
Any
that.
words, Kurt? You good?
Yeah. Well, just to touch on one thing, I'm not, sure if it's, necessarily going to be a YouTube or Patreon thing or anything like that, but just for one, I know a lot of people who had really latched onto us particularly were from the Rise of Bang episode 12, I believe, when we had, really been vulnerable and kind of shared, some personal things of us. All that to say, that's a little, at least the tip of the iceberg as far as kind of what, the group in particular and the journey has kind of meant to us in those regards. But the only thing I really would want to add to that is, I know, there's people who, again, I know I've said this before, but who, they'll be going through stuff or they don't have, like a real community kind of around them as far as, anyone that's really into K-pop or that they can kind of latch onto and have these conversations and everything like that. And that's kind of not only part of the reason, at least, that the channel was created, but also aiding a little bit in some of our discussions where it's kind of like we want to almost keep you with us, where it's not just like, where it's not just something that's said and then just kept moving along so we can just shelve out the next video. Because that's the fun of anything. And if it's something that is someone's only outlet or someone's happiness in a day, or something that even if you're having a good day, if it's just something that makes you smile a little bit more or makes hard days a little less rough, those things mean the world to us. Regardless of any hate comments, you can have 1,000 people be mad at you or something for one thing, but if you kind of make one person's whole day, then, that's what we, or at least I, keep fighting for.
Yep. I think that's I'm sorry, I mean, but I think
that arm ready.
I think that's the thing with it too, because I mean, we've all at some point seen reactions, whether it be for K-pop or TV or shows or whatever. We could very easily do the video. As soon as the video's off, hello, would you give it 5, 4, Kurt, a 2? All right, I gave it a 4. Like, comment, subscribe, and we out of here to the next video. Well, we don't do that. We take the time. We talk about it. We'll have an open discussion. We don't necessarily have to do that. And the only reason you have ammo is because we are taking that time to do that, to give you something extra. And it's kind of like, wow, we actually take the time to give you some of ourselves, and you turn it into ammo to like try to blast us with.
But like I said, Hyung, they not like you said. Actually,
Right, yeah.
They're not real redeemers.
They're here for a sole purpose.
The people who really here with us and they rock with us and they in the have these conversations with us, whether during our brief stint in the Discord and everything like that. you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody hate. Like I said, I may say shit sometimes where I'm just joking, but y'all don't take it. They don't take it like a joke. I'll go explain myself. If, you know, if somebody come at me respectfully, of course. If you come at me with disrespect, I'm either not going to say anything or I'm going to antagonize you. So, like, you know, it's just that kind of thing. But now I'm just at a point where I rather reward all of our real redeemers and real army, whatever like that, with my attention more than even worry about that. But I did want to address that because you never know how people take things, and that's the reason I do address a lot of stuff, because I don't like narratives about me to get to a point where I can't control it. Like, no matter what I say, it's not even the point. I'd rather get ahead of it and be like, yo, this is bullshit, or
like
whatever.
You don't like JK?
You said what?
Oh, yeah, no, JK
bro.
can't hit 100.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah, he would never be in this video. The last video.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like no songs from him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm
And
what high notes?
And sometimes I get it. Like, I try my best to even just mash y'all away from certain things. At this point, we done had like death threats. People done talk crazy.
You got death threats?
Yeah, and me, it's the internet. So
see this shit?
it's the internet. So I know 99.9% of things said on there, no one would say to my face. So it's just kind of one of those things where some shit is just like brushed off. We try our best to keep everything positive on here, because the negativity is just gonna brew. And it's those situations, though, where sometimes no matter what the narrative is, almost saying something about it sometimes just giving it
gives
attention,
it even
more
attention.
attention.
It makes it worse.
Now, I got the attention.
Yeah,
and that's why I say,
so
like,
it's like
when somebody says something like super egregious, that's when I'm like, all right, whatever. Because I've had people say crazy shit about me in them comments and I don't respond. The shit I respond to when people try to dress it up and make it sound logical, like the guy right there with that brown jacket, he really hates BTS, but he's forced to be here. The other three, they force him to be here. And when they try to dress it up and make it sound like sensible, that's when I'm going like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Like, get your ass out of here.
Yeah, but like us been saying, shout out to like the real redeemers that been here since day one. Y'all already know what it is. When we had these spills, y'all shouldn't feel no type of way because we're really not talking to y'all. Y'all family. Y'all already know what's up with what's up.
I see a lot of them rock with us and they'll get in the comments like, first of all, chill out. Somebody was just coming at me and shit, and somebody, yo, not too much on him. He's a real fan. Like, fuck out of here. So
honestly,
they be riding so hard, just start arguing with each other.
I'm like, yo, chill, don't beef.
Honestly,
I actually
just
seen that
educating us in general, though, too. Like, you know, if we say something that either we're not educated on or something, someone's like, oh, well, nah, you know, they kind of break this thing down for us.
I love that.
That's insightful.
I love that, bro.
That helps us to learn, helps us to grow, and, you know, that's real.
No, I love that. Like, none of us are above anybody teaching us something, and the whole point of this journey is to learn new things, experience new things, and just really continue our music palette. Because this was a whole new world opened up to all of us. A whole new world. So continue to follow us on this journey. Jump in the comments, have a conversation with us. Not gonna steal us away from Jin. Happy birthday, Jin. We about to jump into some more content
Happy
from Jin.
birthday, Jin.